Hey guys, welcome back to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Natalie Wright, and we've just finished previewing the Champions League draw, outright and early leans before the first and second leg there, 4th of April. Now talking about the Europa League draw and any value to be had ahead of time. Often lines change, so I brought back the boys here, Alex from Need for Tips, Nigel Seeley and Big Man on campus. If you've been following our Europa League coverage, you've seen these boys' faces, and you guys have been doing really well indeed. Starting off with you, Big Man, Europa League is, are you finding Europa League more profitable than Champions League? Is it both the same? What's your take?
I think they both been pretty profitable. I mean, Europa, Alex and I have been messing around with for a while. It's been a pretty good moneymaker. But I've said before, I think Champions League's among that and World Cup qualifiers are among the easiest things to bet on in football, if you ask me. Yeah, I mean, I think they've been really good. FA Cup, I've not done a great job on. Premier League's been real good as well. And some of them I've told you, some of these smaller leagues. But yeah, I like Europa. Europa's a fun league and a fun group of leagues, and I've had a good time with it.
Yeah, Nigel, over in UK, does Europa League get a lot of betting action? Some teams don't take it as seriously. They're focusing on their league matches. Is it a tough one to bet on?
It is definitely in the early stages. In the early stage, you've got certain teams who probably don't take it seriously. You've got to second guess the squad. But when it gets down to the last 8 and that golden ticket of a Champions League place is up for grabs, and a lot of these teams here in this Europa League can't get a Champions League place in their domestic league. So now you know that pretty much every team is going to be taken seriously. I usually, if I had a bet in the Europa League, it was the first round or the group stage, my stake would be very, very, very small, very, very minimal. I wouldn't want to look at the form against a team who's is all important. But at this stage, this is where it really gets serious, and every team who's in this competition now wants to win this competition because they want to get in that Champions League this season. So now this is the real important side. And there's 8 teams from 8 different countries, good sides as well. It's really intriguing. And I don't agree with the odds on this, but we'll come on to that in a bit.
All right. Can't wait to hear your thoughts there. Alex, again, we've got looking at the 4 fixtures. We've certainly got sort of like 2 favourites in the first leg, and then 2 where it is a little bit more even. Arsenal seem to have sort of, we've discussed them till we're blue in the face. They seem to have stepped up their game, which is strange to say that with Arsenal involved. 1.4. Are Arsenal taking the competition seriously now?
This is the only competition they are taking seriously right now. Not, I don't think that they will think about Premier League anymore. They have a chance to qualify in Champions League next year. Easy draw for Arsenal. They avoided teams like Atletico Madrid, like Leipzig, also Marseille. If you ask me, is a really good side. And one really important news for Arsenal is that the 3 defenders of CSKA Moscow, Alexei Berezovsky, Ignashevich, and Vasily Berezovsky, have 108 years together. So I think that Welbeck and the company will have fun with them, at least in the first match. I see Arsenal destroying CSKA at home. Minus 1.5 goals for sure in the match, and also Arsenal to win and over 2.5 goals in the match looks like a really good bet. And I think that they will go till hopefully for them, they will not play Atletico Madrid in the semi-final, and they will meet them only in the final. And if they will avoid them in the semi-final, then they have a really good chance to win the competition.
Well, that would certainly be the argument for Wenger in, and I'm sure Martin would be really happy. Nigel, you said as well there's some prices that you're surprised by. Which ones are they?
I agree with Alex's point, but I mean, Arsenal at 3-1 to win the competition, Madrid at 6-4 to win the competition. No, Madrid have been former Champions League. I mean, you're saying it's what's that, 65% chance that one of those 2 teams win this competition. I don't know. I'd rather take 35% on all the other sides. I mean, if I was a bookmaker, you could back Real Madrid, you could back Real Madrid and Arsenal with me because they could play each other in the semi-finals, and then you only got one of them to beat in the final. And I don't think Marseille are that much far behind Arsenal. I don't think Lazio are much far behind Arsenal. I don't think Salzburg, with the goals they've got in the side, are much behind Arsenal. So I think Atletico Madrid are the class team in this competition, and they know what European football is all about. They've been very successful under Simeone, so they are rightful favourites. But are there 2.5 chance? I mean, I wouldn't trust Arsenal in a semi-final, and the fact is the pressure is on Arsenal, massively on Arsenal, and I just wouldn't trust them at the prices. I do think they'll beat CSKA Moscow. I do think they'll qualify. And that is providing the Russian and English relationships at the moment is not the best at the moment. So I don't know whether we're allowed in the country, but if we do, I think that Arsenal will win the match. But Arsenal are short. They will beat that side. They'll be delighted with the draw they get. But just looking on the outright markets, I mean, if I was a layer, if I was a bookmaker now, I was playing on the betting exchanges in the UK, and you could lay Madrid at 2.5 and Arsenal at 4. I'd happily take that. And just hope that we can get a shot winner. Well, not a shot winner. I just don't. I mean, if Arsenal played Lazio on a neutral ground, Arsenal were marginal favourites. There wouldn't be a difference between 4.0 and 10.0 on outright market. I don't see so anyway. But no, that was my view on the outright. On this game, Arsenal will win. They will win the 1.5. They will qualify, but. I still think they're a long way away from winning the competition just because they need to win it.
Yeah. Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, name the finalists, priced at 5. Big man, obviously, you've not made it quiet. Your thoughts of Arsenal. Is this the only competition they're taking seriously? And can they get the job done?
No, they cannot get the job done. They will not beat Atletico Madrid over 2 legs. And I think Nigel makes very good points. I don't think they're much better than Lazio, if even at all. I think Lazio is not being taken very seriously in this competition. 8.5 is where I'd look to grab Lazio. Listen, Arsenal, if you're a fan of Arsenal, you should want Arsenal to lose this competition, because what that would probably mean is that Arsene Wenger, I would think, would be on his way out of there. But you know what will happen here, Natalie? They'll find a way to win. They'll paper over the cracks like always. They'll win a competition that they all know is kind of embarrassing. They should be in Champions League football. And, again, you beat it and you win. This is a trophy for you, and you can advance to Champions League football. But they're gutless. They're not going to win. There's no way they can, over 2 legs, go to Atletico. I mean, what confidence have they given you all season that they're capable of doing this? And look, I wouldn't call it just an over. It's over just yet. I mean, CSKA Moscow, like Alex said, they have defenders there that, again, they played together a long time, at least you can say. Look, they'll probably win the first match. You're not going to tell me any different, but, I mean, they have been shocking on the road this year. Shocking. I mean, very poor. They've lost to Swansea. They've lost to Bournemouth. They went to Ostersunds, for Christ's sakes, and lost. You're going to go to Russia and get a result? I don't know about that. I don't think they could beat Red Bull. I don't think they could beat Lazio. I think Atletico is out of the question. At 4, that's ridiculous. Do they have everything to play for? Yes, but that doesn't mean they're going to win. This is a pretty gutless team, if you ask me. And these latest results, beating AC Milan, great. But I think you and I both know, Natalie, that AC Milan hasn't been a very good side for a couple of years now. They're a 5th or 6th team in the Serie A.
Listen, just taking a look now at the first leg, Thursday, 5th of April. Nigel, we discussed goals in the Champions League fixtures, and you were predicting goals. Do you have the same thoughts for this first leg? And if so, which matches are the ones we should look out for?
Well, I mean, last time we spoke about the Europa League games with Big Man and Alex himself, we made a case for all of us, I think, made a case for a banker in the Salzburg Borussia Dortmund game that ended 0-0. And I think what happens is, I think whenever Leipzig play or whether Salzburg play, the bookies just look at their record domestically and get the goals really, really, really low. And I just worry now. I think every single one of these teams in this competition believe they can win it. I do not believe I think Madrid are the favourites, but they're not a clear favourite. I think most of these sides genuinely believe they've got a chance to win this competition. And I think nerves will play a part here. And I think the second legs of these games, goals will go absolutely bananas, because every team knows they've got 90 minutes to get a chance of a semi-final to reach a champion's place. But I think the first legs here, may be cautious. I know we can look at the statistically and say, oh, well, Leipzig score loads of goals, Salzburg score loads of goals, but the bookies have those stats as well. Now, they're not silly. I mean, they're going to be very, very short prices over 2.5 goals in these games. But I think now that every single one of these teams will believe that they can do well. Obviously, we've got some very short price favourites in Arsenal and Madrid, but they could win 2-0. And let's go Madrid. They're scoring goals recently, and especially in this competition. But they, for years and years and years, they've been the team to win 2-0 to make you profit. So and defensive, they've been so strong. But I think if someone said to me now, these 4 games, I would actually play them all blind under 2.5 in the first leg, and in the second leg, well, I'll play over 3.5 line. It could be anything. It really could.
Yeah, I'm similar page to you there, Nigel. Alex, you're often an over 2.5 goal better. What are your thoughts on this first leg? Do you agree with Nigel there, or is there a match that you're picking out and saying, right, we're going to see goals, less goals? What can we expect?
I expect goals Arsenal against CSKA Moscow, because Arsenal are right now thinking that the traveling in Russia, like Big Man said, it's really tough. So they will try to solve everything from the first leg. And I have Arsenal and over 2.5 goals at 2.1, but also the minus 1.5. Also, RB Salzburg are unbeaten in the last 21 games in all competitions. Haven't lost a game in Europa League this season. Lazio will visit them. Lazio are a tough side to play against. I see them both team to score there at 1.8. Really good from my point of view. And I see also Atletico winning 2-0. I think that they will easily win 1-0 there, 2-0 against Sporting. Plus RB Leipzig against Marseille. I think that there we will see goals, because Marseille don't know how to defend, and they will go all in from the first leg. And it's really tough to go like that in Germany. Also, Salzburg versus Dortmund. Yes, we went blind over 2.5 goals, like Nigel said. But I think that if someone saw that match, it could be at least 4 goals in the match easily. It was just one of those days that the ball didn't just didn't want to enter in the net.
Yeah. All right. So
you disagree with me then, Alex?
Yeah. I was going to say
sometimes.
2 sides here. Right.
Not for the first time. Not for the first time.
Sometimes, if I'm allowed to disagree with you, sir, please. This may be the first time.
Listen, I'm going to put you back in that cupboard if you carry on.
Oops! Ooh.
All right. So, Big Man, let's see if you can even it out a bit. Are you over Nigel's thinking or Alex's thinking in terms of goals?
Well, I kind of, after Alex's 12-minute monologue, kind of lost track of what he was talking about, frankly. But no, I'm only kidding. Actually,
I think that you
kidding.
didn't hear. I don't think that you heard Nigel before that.
No, I don't ever listen to anything he says, so I wouldn't know.
No.
I'll just give my
so
picks
well.
out, Natalie. Right. Right now, I'll just give my picks out. Can I do that? Is that all right?
You sure
Preliminary.
can.
All right. I'm gonna go with Atletico win the 0, 1.9. I think they'll clean sheet Sporting Lisbon. Although I like Lisbon, they played well. I'll go Lazio. I think they win at home against Salzburg. I think there is goals, probably 2-1. Both teams' score looks decent. And I'll go with Red Bull Leipzig 1.85. I think they'll beat Marseille. As far as Arsenal, CSKA Moscow, I won't be mad about maybe taking a goal and a half. I love betting against Arsenal. And I might just do that here. Maybe bet it in an Acker, maybe take 2 goals, something like that.
All right. So Big Man starting off with his picks. Nigel, any early leans headed into the first leg?
Well, the Arsenal game is a lean. I wouldn't be backing Arsenal minus 1.5, but I think I'd probably be leaning towards that game. I do like that Madrid to win 2-0 against Lisbon 1.9. I think that would be my bet. I mean, Madrid 2-0 at home has been the way to make money in the Champions League over the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm not going to change my mind on that. I do like Leipzig to win the game. I think 1.91 is a big price. And I just go back. All my value in this competition is not necessarily on the games, it's on the outright market. I'll be laying Madrid, I'll be laying Arsenal, and I'll be backing Lazio and Leipzig at the prices, double figure prices.
So you're taking all 4? And then what?
No, I'll be a bookie. I'll be taking the money. I'll be laying Madrid. I'll be laying Arsenal. I'll be saying that their price is too short. And I think you get Leipzig and Lazio in the semi-finals here, and you'll be sitting on tickets at 11 and 10 in the semi-final of a European competition. I think it's a great position to be in.
All right. So Nigel's finding value in the outrights. What about you, Alex? Any early leans?
Again, I'm saying that Arsenal, if they will be able to avoid Atletico Madrid in the semi-final, they will win the competition. This is my lean. Besides that, I don't have any. I said my top tips for the first leg matches.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Alex, Nigel, and Big Man. Best of luck headed into the first leg. But join us as the matches draw near. We'll be previewing each one. Take care, guys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.